it feel if you were just 22 and a lot of your dreams were already coming true? We're about to find that out right away. Welcome to Candid Conversations. My guest today is Isabel Scheck. She's just 22 with 10 published books under her belt, and she's training to be a teacher to bright young minds. Hi, lovely lady. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for doing this.
How does it feel to have written 10 books at just 22?
Well, 13 books at 22 is a bit crazy, but I'm happy with it. So, yeah.
Yes, okay. Let's begin with a little bit of poetry from you. Can you read a poem?
Okay, this is going to be for my next book coming up that's not yet published. This is a poem called Under the Same Moon. We sleep under the same moon. Even though everyone seems to talk about the warmth of the sun, I'd rather be the moon that shines on you in your darkest hours, even when the sun has abandoned you. And this is from my poetry collection called Cosmic Dreams. And it's part one of two books, Cosmic Dreams and Cosmic Souls. And hopefully these will be published by the end of this year, but we'll see. So,
That's great. That's lovely.
yeah, thank you.
Okay. You began to write when you were 13.
Sorry?
You began to write when you were 13, right?
I did, yes.
Okay. What made you start writing? What was the inspiration? Was it somebody who turned you in this direction? Was it your own idea? How did you do that?
Well, I started to write by myself at first because I love writing stories and I love reading them as well, like Percy Jackson, Harry Potter, all of those kind of things. And also my aunt is a writer. She's traditionally published as well, so I got the inspiration from her. Yeah, thank you.
What does writing mean to you? What does it give you as a person? Is it just a hobby for you? Is it an outlet for something? How do you perceive writing?
Well, my stories or short stories, novels, is a hobby. My poetry is more of an outlet when things happen, upsetting things or happy things or whatever the case may be. Yeah, I enjoy it.
So we can say your poetry is sometimes kind of autobiographical, or is it just the feelings on a fictional character?
Sometimes, but sometimes it's only about the feelings and not about the actual event that's taken place. Sometimes, yes, it is. Yeah.
Who's been your big support from your family, from your friends, who has supported your writing since the beginning?
My parents have supported my writing, and also my aunts and uncles as well, and one or two of my closest friends. Last year, I joined a writing club, and they've been very helpful. So just a few people, actually. I'm very lucky like that. So yeah, it's good. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Your aunt is a writer, you say. So
Yes.
what have you learned from her specifically about writing? Something that you gained from her experience?
Yes. So what I've learned is she always asks in the story, "What if?" So what if there's a dragon, or what if there's a detective that does this? What if there's a murderer who did this? So always sort of asking questions about what will happen, and before you even start planning, so the brainstorming stage, which I found really helpful as well. So I would say that's the most important thing.
You're also training to become a teacher for young children.
Yes,
How did
I
that
am.
come about?
Well, when I was about 14, I really wanted to do this. I've loved children. I've had a younger brother as well. And I used to look after, he doesn't need looking after anymore, but I helped look after him and his friends, and I don't know. I just really like their creativity, and they can also teach me things, and I teach them things, and it's a mutual. I like it very much. I teach 3-year-olds at the moment, so yeah, it's
Okay,
very
that's
good for me. Yeah,
certainly children are a teaching experience.
yeah,
Right.
exactly. Yeah.
Okay, tell me about your latest book.
Well, my latest book is called Love Among the Planets, and it's about souls in space. So in
Okay,
each planet, there's a soul. Like the moon has a soul, the sun has a soul, and Pluto as well. They're the main ones. And it's a fantasy set in space, and it's a relationship between um, two of the souls there. So it's
that is interesting. Souls
interesting
to plan.
idea. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah.
Okay, how do you see yourself 5 years from now as a writer? Where do you think you should be? Any aspirations, or you just going along and taking it as it comes?
Well, I'm taking it as it comes at first, but then for 5 or 10 years, I might want to try to query a book to see if people would like to traditionally publish it. But I'm not quite sure if I'm ready for that yet, so we'll see. Um, but no, I'm happy at the moment with my self-publishing, so I'm going to do some more.
Yeah.
Yes,
Let me
yeah.
take a quick break to remind our viewers that we would love to hear from you. You can get in touch with us here or with Isabel on her Twitter and Instagram. You can also get in touch with me on my website manicsylph.com or on my Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, Pinterest, wherever you are. All the links are in the descriptions and on your screen. We look forward to hearing from you. Let's go over to our next section, that is quick questions. I want you to answer those questions quickly. Okay?
Okay,
Just a second.
okay.
What is at the top of your bucket list?
Oh, to visit more Harry Potter themed things. I love Harry Potter.
Okay.
Yes.
You also love space and stars. What is your favorite
Yes.
space movie or book?
I like the movie Passengers, where they go to sleep for 90 years and they wake up. I think that's really interesting way to look at it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You've written many different books. Which one did you enjoy writing the most? Your personal.
Um, my one I enjoyed writing the most, it was my novel. 'Cause it's
Okay.
the longest thing I've ever written, and I really enjoyed it.
It's called Ellie Everlasting. What is it about?
Yes, it's basically my view of a sequel of Peter Pan. So it was inspired by the Peter Pan story, and
Okay.
I love all those fairy tales as well. Yeah.
Right. If you were to eat only one food for a whole week, what would it be?
Ooh, sushi.
Oh, you like
Sushi.
sushi?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Favorite song?
At the moment, it's called "It's You" by Ali Gati or Gatti. Not sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. If you were to take a vacation anywhere in the universe, where would you go? No, the Earth, universe, where
Ooh.
would you?
Um, I'm not sure. Can it be a fictional universe?
Yeah, anything.
That would be cool. I'd like to do obviously the obvious one is Harry Potter, but also I think the Hunger Games, dangerous, but I'd like to see how that would work. Yeah, be cool.
Okay. How do you spend your spare time apart from writing?
I love reading and stories, and I love spending time with family and friends, sometimes biking. Yeah.
Is there a book that you would love to write, but you feel that you are not equipped to write right now, but sometimes in the future, is there something you want to write?
Well, I love detective stories and detective novels, and I've started numerous ones, but I've never finished them. So something mystery and detective would be very cool for me to write. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
How would you describe yourself in a couple of
Um,
sentences?
I would describe myself. Sorry, not prepared. Not prepared. No. Caring and outgoing with people. Uh, yeah.
What would you rather spend your money on? New clothes or a new phone?
Um, Probably new clothes. I think. Yeah. Yeah.
That's great. Okay. Uh, is there something that you would like to ask me? Anything you're
I would
curious
like
about?
to. I would like to ask you what inspired you to write poetry. Your poetry is very good.
Oh, thank you so much. Inspired me to write poetry. I don't know really. When I wrote, I always used to love poems from even when I was in school. I used to love William Wordsworth, Robert Frost, Keats. We used to do that. I used to love
Okay.
poetry. So when I started writing, I just because I was reading a lot of poetry, I just somehow veered into writing poetry. It was not thought of. It wasn't something I planned. I do
Of
write some
course.
prose, but I just went into it and I enjoyed it. And now I just seem to always be writing poetry. I don't write prose much. I enjoy writing poetry, especially because of its
Good.
embellishments, the metaphors we can use. And
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, so
Cool.
that's what
I
I like
didn't know
about
that.
poetry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Now, pat your own back moment. Something that you are very proud of having done.
I'm proud of having written my novel and I'm proud of all of my books, but I think Ellie Everlasting is the one where I'm most proud of it. Because not only because it's the longest, but it's a real story. You can see the beginning, middle, end. You can see um, the characters are interwoven together, and I quite like how it flows as well. So I would have to say Ellie Everlasting would be. Yeah.
Okay. Uh, you say you're British, but you've been
Yeah.
living in Switzerland all your life. So how did you happen to come into this place?
Well, my dad was working, and they wanted him to go to Switzerland, and they liked it so much, basically, that they said they stay here, and his job said, okay, that's fine. And so now I'm working in somewhere that's bilingual, both English and German. So I'm able
Okay.
to speak English, luckily. Yes.
Okay. So have you ever been to Britain?
Yes, I mean, all of my family lives there. So aunts,
Oh,
uncles, granny, grandpa, um, cousins. So I go there for holidays, but I haven't lived there. Yeah. No.
okay. Have you made any books? Have you written any books that are with the background of Britain or with the background of Switzerland? Is there any
Well,
influence?
most of the genres that I write is fantasy, so I tend to make up my own worlds when writing a book. And if I don't make up my own world, I make up a town or a city. So no, not really.
Not really.
I might make one in Switzerland because I've lived here for longest. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe one of your detective stories could be placed. And
Exactly.
yeah,
You can see exactly. Yeah.
they look more realistic when people can associate
Yeah.
it with some
Exactly.
places, right?
Instead of somewhere in Neverland or something, which is a bit strange for detective story. Yeah.
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 Okay. You have also
Yeah.
written a children's book.
I have, yes. And it's for 1-year-olds to about 4, I'd say. And it's about a little elephant. And it shows the activities that she does. I've always loved writing, but I've also loved drawing for a long time. So I
Yeah.
wanted to combine them. So yeah.
Have you shown it to one of to your students also? That
I
book?
have the copy is on the bookshelf for the
Okay.
children, so I read to them sometimes, and they don't know it's by me. They just think, oh, it's a book that she bought. But it's
Right.
nice to see them enjoying. Yeah.
That's great. I'm sure they're having a lot of fun. I really
Yes.
enjoyed the poetry. I read the poetry book, and I think that was very sweet,
Thank you.
as sweet as you. So let's
Thank you.
so here's to hoping for a lot more books in the coming years.
I hope so. I hope so. Yeah.
May your muse be kind, and I'm sure everybody is going to enjoy many books in future. And if you get traditionally published, I'm going to come and congratulate you again here, and we can have another interview soon,
Thank
maybe
you. That
another
would be
great
very
books.
nice. And good luck with your poetry, and thank you for having me. It's fun. Yeah.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to have you.
A pleasure. Thank you.